Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We are here at InfoComm 2023, and we're in the Lenovo booth. And I'm here with Nehs, who's the Microsoft Teams BDM for Lenovo. First off, InfoComm 2023, been good for Lenovo so far?
Yeah, it's been really great. Steady traffic. I think even compared to last year in Vegas, we're seeing a lot more foot traffic, people coming in the booth, and we're really excited to show off some new products as well.
So we're going to do a booth tour here. And right in front of us here is the ThinkSmart One Plus. Tell me about what this product is and what it does.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ThinkSmart One Plus controller is our newest product in the Windows MTR space. It's the world's first and only Windows-based all-in-one bar for Teams rooms. And it actually comes with two different controllers. The one you see on the table is our USB controller. It actually has two different orientations, so it can stand this in a more vertical position, or we can actually flip it, and it's going to be a little bit more laid back. So just depending on the viewing angle and how the room's set up, we want to cater to a few different viewing angles. There's presence sensors on the side here so that when you walk in the room, all the peripherals, the bar, everything's going to light up, and you can really quickly one-touch join your Teams rooms meetings.
But the critical component, obviously, is this, right?
Yes. Yes, so everything is...
Come on around here, and Dalton, you can shoot this one.
So everything is integrated into the bar. So we have Windows 10, well, currently Windows 10, soon to be Windows 11, IoT-based compute based in there with the Intel vPro chipset, which allows us to remotely manage and monitor the devices. It also has a camera that has a 4K sensor and AI features such as auto zoom, frame, whiteboard awareness, and active speaker tracking. And then we just have some nice to haves like the LED that tells you if the room's available, the clock that lets you know, hey, what time is it? And also, I like to say, a little countdown timer as well in your meeting, just to make sure that we're all on time. And
I also like how you have a physical, switch here, so that for people that really are concerned about privacy, they have a visual confirmation that the camera's not on.
Exactly, and we find some of our users are coming into the room and maybe they're just taking a call and they don't want to be on video, or they are in that video meeting and just want to have some more privacy and participate in other ways. It's just that extra step of privacy to add into the device itself.
All right, so obviously this is not the only product that Lenovo has here at InfoComm 2023, so we're going to do a quick booth tour. What's next?
So we're actually going to walk over and check out our modular ThinkSmart Core Kit. So our ThinkSmart Core Kit is actually one of our more popular products just because of its modularity and adaptability to different room types. So what's included in the Core Full Room Kit is your touch controller. You get two mic pods. They are wired. You have a sound bar called ThinkSmart Bar, which has mics and speakers built into this, and it's tuned for voice, so it's not going to be the sound bar that's below your TV at home. And then we also include ThinkSmart Cam, which is our 4K AI-capable camera. It has all the same features that I mentioned in ThinkSmart One. And what you can't see is our compute, which would be under the table here, which has VESA mount compatible. So typically it's going to be mounted behind the display or under the table.
This turns it into a Teams room.
Exactly. So full-blown Teams room system. It's one box, one SKU, everything you need to spin up a native Teams room system. We also sell just the touch controller and the compute by itself, and that can be paired with any Teams certified peripheral. So any camera, speaker, or microphone, if it's Teams certified, we'll guarantee that our compute will power it and give you that Windows-based MTR experience.
Excellent. All right. And this is the product I know really well because we had this in our office.
Yeah, so this is our ThinkSmart Hub device, and actually wants me to restart right now, of course. But this is our what I call all-in-one-ish device in the sense that it has compute, speaker, touch controller, and microphone. The only thing that's missing, per se, is a camera. So any Teams-certified camera, such as our ThinkSmart Cam, or any other...
We had a Huddle. I think we had a Huddly.
Yeah, so Huddly works great with us as well. Jabra, Poly, Aber, you name it.
And this is Teams certified. It even has HDMI in, right?
Yeah, it has HDMI ingest. The touch controller on top here swivels 360 degrees. This is really meant to be a center table device, just based on the built-in audio components. It is certified up to a large room, so the audio on this is super robust despite its footprint.
Yeah, and the others certified for large or just small and medium?
So the ThinkSmart One Bar that we started with, that's certified up to a medium room. The core kits are certified up to a large room.
Okay. And then what's next?
So we're actually going to step right over here. And this is actually our newest device and the only Android offering in the portfolio today. This is our brand new ThinkSmart View Plus.
So this is a work from home UCC all-in-one device?
So it can be a work from home device. It could be a shared device, such as it's in a phone booth or maybe in a hot desking scenario. But it has a built-in compute powered by a Qualcomm chip and then Android OS running this. There's two modes. So there's Teams Display mode, where it can be a standalone compute device. You can whiteboard. There's a stylus magnetized to the left side there. And the camera and the soundbar are included with this when you do purchase this. So it's a 4K camera, all the same AI features that we mentioned earlier. Then if we mode switch, it's going to actually be a peripheral. So you can connect your laptop and use it as a USB-C hub.
The second monitor.
Exactly. And what we have set up and shown here is actually the new virtual front desk for Teams displays. So that's going to call a virtual receptionist on the other end. This would normally be at a reception desk when you walk into an office. They can answer, call someone else up to the front to let you in, sign you in, whatever it may be. But it's going to be pre-configured in the back end, so you just...
So total virtual concierge.
Yes, exactly. So removes the need to have a physical person at the front desk to check you in, but it's really convenient, something that's a new category, so remains to be seen how it'll be deployed, but it's something that we wanted to support.
And this is Android.
Yes, it's Android.
Very interesting, but it is still a Teams certified device?
Yes, Teams certified device, 27-inch monitor, starts shipping in about a week here.
Wow, excellent. This is brand new. I haven't heard about this. It's called the View Plus.
View Plus, yeah, and the stand that comes with it, it's height and tilt adjustable, so very easily slidable. The camera is just a magnetic USB-C, so you can swap it out in the future for different cameras with different functionalities, and then you're going to put it right back in there. And then it's
very cool design.
So is the soundbar. So this one is magnetic, very strong magnet, clearly, but again, swappable if needed in the future, and then you just snap it right back on.
Wow, that's a great little product. That's going to be very successful, especially for hot desking and, like you said, phone booths and co-working spaces and things like that.
Absolutely. So there's two more things I wanted to show you guys while we're here at the booth, and the next thing is going to be ThinkSmart Manager, which is our management console.
So ThinkSmart Management is ThinkSmart Manager is the management console. So this allows you to onboard.
Yeah, and the really great thing and unique thing about our products is our use of Intel vPro chipsets, and as I mentioned earlier, that allows us to remotely monitor and manage. So while there's a lot of great features in the software, there's one in particular that I do want to show off, and that is our vPro integration. So I can see my devices here, and it's going to give me, device information like serial number and things like that. I can also manage the AI in our ThinkSmart Cam if that's the camera that you're using in the room. So you can see right here, I can really quickly turn on or off all the AI that's built into the camera. We also just recently added a manual PTZ capability. So that's going to allow you to manually pan, tilt, zoom the camera.
So like an ePTZ feature.
Exactly. And if you configure it a certain way and you save the settings, it's going to stay that way until it's changed again. So it's not going to reset every meeting.
And you can do this device by device, room by room.
Exactly, and you can actually group them. So if you're a customer that has multiple locations, you can group them by location, so it's a lot easier to manage.
Can you do one room and then duplicate it over multiple rooms to hasten deployment?
Yeah, so for configuration, absolutely. And you can remotely push your Teams rooms credentials to the devices as well, so manage updates. It can all be done centrally here. But that vPro feature is actually going to allow you, so we're actually accessing the device at the chip level, so regardless of device state, I'm actually able to wake, power off, or restart the device. So say your Teams app gets hung up. Or
no matter what compute device you're using?
So it has to be a Lenovo ThinkSmart compute device. That is kind of the basis or requirement to access this functionality, but as far as the peripherals connected to it, that doesn't necessarily matter.
But it wouldn't work for that glass monitor, right? Because that's an Android device, or would it?
Correct, it would not work. You can manage it in ThinkSmart Manager, it's just not going to have this vPro functionality. Now we go a step further and we can remote desktop. So this device is in Raleigh, North Carolina right now, and I'm going to go ahead and remotely connect to it. And what it's going to show me is actually the content of the display that it's connected to, as well as the touch controller in the room. And just a second here, I'm going to blow it up so we can see it a little better.
So that's the touch controller, that's the display in the room.
Exactly, and if you had multiple displays in the room, you could flop between displays as well, just to see both. And I can do anything as if I were in the room remotely, so I can access the MTR settings. I could one-touch join the meeting from here. Say it's an executive meeting, it needs to run flawlessly, but IT can't be in the room to run it. They can actually do it remotely from their PC. And you can also access the Windows admin settings from here. So really, again, anything you could do if you were in front of that touch controller, you can do it right here from the ThinkSmart Manager console.
Wow, that is really impressive. I did not realize you had that.
Yeah, and then one last thing is you could actually run terminal commands here. So, for configurations and things as you mentioned, it's really easy to go ahead and plug this in right here. So this device, or rather this software, has a lot of great features, but I think that's the true standout feature that we deliver in all our Windows-based MTR systems.
That's excellent. All right.
And so one last thing that I just wanted to show off, and It's going to be a little hard to show off as it's busy right now, but we just introduced our new IP controller. So our new IP controller is connected via Category 5E cable, so it's one cable that goes from front of room to the center of table. It also brings HDMI ingest to the touch controller for sharing content in a Teams meeting.
Is that cable permanently attached there, or is it a retractable, or how's that HDMI cable work that's hanging out?
So it is plugged in. There's a bracket on the bottom that secures it in there, so users can't interfere with the configuration. But it's really up to you how long you want that cable to be. Okay. So it's not retractable.
So it's replaceable. It's just an HDMI cable that has a captive enclosure on the bottom.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a port down below there. This controller, unlike our USB controller, is also wall mountable. So if you have a room that's not a traditional setup, maybe there isn't a table in the room and it needs to be mounted, you can certainly do so. There's a presence sensor on this one as well, so when you walk into the room, everything lights up for you and the meeting's ready to go. But other than that, you're going to have the same UI as our other controllers, different form factors. We just wanted to deliver a controller that's a bit easier to deploy because this one has 100-meter max distance from front of room to table, whereas our other one, the longest cable we offer would be 15 meters. So this really
how are you doing that? Is that AV over IP, or how are you driving that signal from the touch panel?
So power over IP. There's a breakout box that lives between the compute and the touch controller that's delivering power to this and extending the HDMI capability.
And all this is on your website at Lenovo.com?
Yeah, Lenovo.com. Go to the Smart Collaboration section. You can see all our latest devices. Everything we talked about today is Team certified. We also make a Zoom version of this as well. And then our ThinkSmart View Plus will be the only one that's exclusively for Teams display.
Okay, all right. And of course, we're going to go around and shoot individual product videos to get more in-depth on these products as well. So all you have to do is go to raypubs.com/InfoComm, type in Lenovo in the video search window, and you can find all of those. Kyle, we appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, Gary, thanks
for watching. We got a lot more InfoComm to cover, so check it out at raypubs.com.